Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom,
you end up with us.
sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. And now on with the show. Are you ready for some sloppy seconds? You stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks. I hope we're all playing with our prostates and staying healthy. I'm Big Dipper and that's Meatball. Welcome back to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball.
It's fall. It's the time for you to diddle your hole and play with your prostate.
Keep it warm, baby.
God, I haven't done anything to that prostate in so long.
Do you ever fart in the middle of the night and think someone's tickling your booty?
No, did that happen to you?
Yes. I literally was like,
Oh, because you're sleeping alone in the bed right now.
yeah, because Michael's working like all day until all evening times. So it was just.
So you ghost farted and thought your boyfriend was trying to get some in the middle of the night?
No, I thought someone had snuck in and and they were gonna murder me after they diddled my hole.
The fact that you think people want your butthole is fascinating to me.
I didn't say that I wanted it.
I'm just kidding. Kidding.
All I was saying was
got so
that was his
defensive
first-
so quickly.
Listen, I'm just saying that was their first attack was on the hole. And then the next
they
would be
go
slitting
in for
my
the
throat.
most vulnerable spot.
Listen, also, I just want you to know that when I'm in this house alone, I am never not within arm's length of a knife. I'm not joking.
Not a huge... Okay, Meatball's holding up a huge kitchen knife, but I know for a fact you're upstairs in your drag room.
And and I wish you could see, but over in my pile of like my hats and my scarves and stuff, there's 2 knives in that drawer too. And then there's one in my nightstand.
Oh, for real?
I would put one under my... Yeah, because I know the killer's coming. I would put one under my...
Don't the killer be.
I would put one under my pillow if I wouldn't cut myself. You know what I mean? Here's my
wild.
thing is that I
feel like I would just run.
But the problem is when I'm upstairs, especially in my drag room, the only way to go is into the guest room. And there's
Parkour, diva,
no
out the
exit.
window. Parkour.
Anyway, all I'm saying is that my street is very dark at night, and I know that the Sharon Tate murders were around here.
Well, and is right up the street, so he'll
He
come back
just
and
moved.
He
Just moved, but I am going to go inside and look at what was going on in the house.
Ooh. Well, listen, I want to talk about all of these fun things with our amazing guest. I'm really excited. This is someone who we had talked about having on the show sort of years ago, and we were like planning like DragCon, like when they would come out to LA or like something. It just like never happened, and so now we're doing it over Zoom, even though I wish we were in person. So
Me too.
we will be right back with our very special guest, and I just want to tell everyone Meatball is wearing a beret. Okay.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix. Oui.
Are back.
Now we're back with Chicago's hometown gal, a drag queen's drag queen. She makes dildos and cock rings, and we'll let you know what on her Twitter. She will come for you on Twitter.
She will let you know the facts.
She also recently posted a picture, and I thought I saw meat, but it wasn't. It's Lucy Stoole.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Wow. How
Was
are
there
you?
meat in that photo?
There, you know what? I actually blurred it out. Unedited is on the alt Twitter, though, if anybody wants it.
Everybody has an alt.
I don't.
That doesn't surprise me, but I think that everybody should have a nice, safe outlet to be able to throw nudes into the universe.
Girl, it's like Euphoria on the internet. Everyone has seen everything.
Everyone's just like, I need my body out there. But do you feel like you're more comfortable with it because everyone already has access to like your dildo, which is just a copy of your penis?
Yeah, to be honest, I would just throw a nude up on main, but I try to keep it a little bit like separate. Try to keep some separation between the two. But my dick's out there all over the place, so I'm not shy about it at all.
Because you're a role model for children and you want to keep that separate on main.
That's fucking hilarious. No,
with a name like Lucy Stoole.
Lucy Stoole. I was going to say, how do you...
Oh my God.
When did you change? Okay, so we had Candy Muse on the show a few weeks ago, and the interview sounded like an angry cat being trapped in a garbage can, just like bah, 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 bah. Like it was so bad, the audio quality. But
more like an angry bulldog.
Yeah, exactly. And my claws will. What's the quote?
It's Wait, what did she say? It's Scorpio season. And my claws It's okay for them to come out now.
Yes! Am I Claude? It's okay for them to come out now. I just love the rhythm of it's okay for them.
It's okay for them to come out now. It's time for Candy Muse News. This week in Candace Muse News, Candy Muse, I think she's been talking about her big old piece of meat, her big old pipe, and I want to see it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, show me that pipe. Do-do-do-do. That was all for Candy Muse News. Back to the interview.
Okay, this is all. I was prefacing all of this to ask you a question, Lucy, which is, I said to Candy, I was like, we jokingly call you Candace Musical, as if that's her full name. And she then confirmed that in fact was her full name, which I had no idea.
What?
She just came up with that recently, but it was funny that we had the same thought. But your name on Twitter is now Lucille Stoole, which I think is very funny. And have you always, like, from the inception of Lucy, what were in the back of your mind, was it like, oh yeah, and like if I were to fill out a form, it would be Lucille.
Elizabeth Stoole.
That's something that actually just arrived lately because, I've stepped into my motherdom. She's getting up there in age. And so people just kind of jokingly started to call me Lucille, or either when I'm being reprimanded, sometimes people are like, Lucille, cut it out. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. And I'm stepping into a new phase. So I like trying it out.
Lucille Stoolington.
Lucille Stoole. Well, I recently changed my name to Rachel, so I feel like we're on the same trip here.
See, you gotta be ready to adapt. I'm ready for it.
At any point.
I would just love it if professionally you started going by Rachel, and it was like, yeah, Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Rachel, and then you get introduced at a club, and it's like, make some noise for
Rachel. Listen, everyone is changing their names in drag, so I feel like I should too.
Go off.
Rachel's
like
a good one.
Chiquititas, from New York.
Oh, yes.
And Frisbee Jenkins.
That fucking name. I can't get over it.
What is the deal? That's Sasha Belly's new name.
Yeah.
Frisbee
Would
Jenkins.
you ever have Sasha Bell or Frisbee Jenkins on your new podcast called The Black Tea, which you co-host with Twitter's very favorite, Bambi Banks.
Twitter's most prolific author, Bambi
Banks.
Goulet.
Miss Bambi Banks, that bitch, that Twitter is her motherfucking job. That bitch is up at 6 a.m. ready to let the world know exactly what she's thinking about. I love her so much.
I know. Y'all talked about it on the podcast. She's like, I'm up, I do my drag, I get it done during the morning, and then she lives the rest of her day.
Yeah, and then she just harasses people. I love it.
So how is that, having the new podcast?
It's fun. It's a real learning experience, but we've been having an absolute blast. I think the conversations that we've been able to continue after the whole brouhaha of the town hall and everything, it's been really great to kind of have out there and be able to chat. And I'm really excited for the future of it. We got Miss Toto and Caramel DeVille acting as our producers on it. So
nice.
We can relax a little bit and don't have to worry about doing every fucking thing. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been, a chance to kind of communicate and dialogue with people that I may not have had the chance to in this way.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for us to just really get in our groove because we got some topics and some guests coming up that are going to be real fucking good. If y'all thought the town hall was something, this is going to be fun.
Okay, so, Meatball and I really paid attention to what was happening in Chicago because obviously, I started in Chicago. I grew up there. I, lived there for so long. And that town hall involved so many, not only friends, but just people I knew and worked with. Yeah. And Meatball had also gigged a lot in Chicago and so had personal connections with sort of everyone involved. But for anyone, and I want to focus the majority of this interview on you and what you're up to. But for anyone listening who sort of doesn't know, do you have a bullet points, elevator sort of summary of what happened? I mean, not necessarily
You
what
can't
happened.
bullet point it because
No, but
there's
just,
so
like-
much history. Like, in order to understand it, you got to go back like 5 years.
No,
Yeah,
but I just mean that
mean-
there was a town hall and
Yes.
that things have changed
So,
and a
yeah,
conversation
basically-
has started.
Basically, what happened after the drag march for change with it inspired a lot of people to come forth about some experiences and some other racial inequalities we've had inside of our own community and with certain people. And we decided to have a town hall to have a conversation with those people about how we could change it and what we would like to see going forward. I think it worked well in a few of those cases, and there's a lot of people that have really taken it to heart and committed to doing the work and are out there making it happen. And for some people, it didn't go too well. But,
Right.
you know, that's not my thing to be worried about. I think that we really did what we wanted to do, which was be able to make a statement as a group that we saw this shit was happening and that we weren't going to take it anymore and to commit to making a change. So, I mean, yeah, that's like the nutshell. There's more drama and all kind of other bullshit wrapped up in it, but, you know, y'all got to pay me for that. So, yeah. I'm like,
Well, yeah,
everybody listening can go on YouTube and find it.
It's real. It's a real example of community having shared experience, working together to communicate, to shine a spotlight on a situation, and to present actionable steps to make change moving forward.
Absolutely. And I think so many people kind of left like that part out of it and tried to spin this whole narrative of us like grabbing for somebody's power and shit, which number one, I don't need to grab for nobody motherfucking power. I'm motherfucking Lucy Stoole. Like, I've been that bitch. I will continue to be. Like, this was in no way any sort of thing like that. And this was also for more than just the Black and brown communities. This was for literally everyone. Like, we were trying to make this better for everyone. But of course, prioritizing, you know, ourselves in this situation because we have been working fucking double time to get less than. So, yeah. I think we've started something really fucking great. The Black Drag Council has just like continuously stepped it up, and even just the way that we've like created this own community now where we can communicate with each other in this way we haven't been able to before. It's like one of the biggest things that we've done with it.
Well, I also, and we'll move on after this, but I also, it's, you know, we talk about gig economy, we talk about, you know, unions and being pro-labor and pro-worker, and like an artist's life is a challenging life. A queer artist's life is even more so challenging. And a drag queen, if you look at drag over the last 20 years, you go from bottom of the heap to top of the heap as far as what drag means in the queer community.
And it's all still a heap of garbage, honey.
Right. And so just literally, like, even more important, you know, is addressing the systemic racism that affects every aspect of American culture in the world.
Absolutely.
But even just one step behind that is just the idea of like, it's good to have a council of drag queens talking about equity and like fair working practices in the community. So for the people who have such an issue with that, it's like, oh, Diva, your racism is showing because you have an issue with it because it's a Black drag council and you think, oh, they're not going to they're going to go like, okay, so Black queens get first spot on every show. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just fascinating to me how people, you know, and that's a whole other thing with the election, but, you know, 2020 is really, girl, your racism is showing.
Everyone is just laying it right fucking out there for us. And to be quite honest, I am so glad to see it because I needed to make some room for more people I wanted in my life. So, I'm like, thank you.
Well, before all that, how did you... Now let's talk about you. How did you start doing drag? Like, when did you start? Because when I started, I feel like I knew about you. Like, you were one of the first drag queens I knew about that was, like, in a different city.
Oh, that's wild, because I always felt like you were, like, the superstar way before anybody even knew who I was. But I started drag in Chicago as Estuary Palomino.
Yes, Mom.
Wait, when?
Yeah, see, I'm breaking out some of the secrets on here. I had a beardless drag persona called Estuary Palomino.
Well, I met you beardless back in the day.
Yeah.
That's how I knew you.
It was a total thing.
Tiny and beardless.
Mm-hmm. She was
now you thick and juicy.
She was like 170 pounds, girl. 130 pounds later, here we are.
But, what does estuary mean?
Estuary is like a bird sanctuary or something
that,
I think. And Palomino, well, like the reason I took it was from a horse. Everyone hated
bird
that.
Horse.
Yes, bird
the bird horse.
Bird horse, which is very accurate for me.
Equestrian apparent. What was it again?
Estuary
Palomino, Diva. Yeah, you said, I want a mouthful of name.
Everyone hated that name. No one wanted to fucking announce me on stage because they could never remember it. And I did drag for a few months and was like, I hate this. This isn't really what I want to look to be doing. So one day I got dressed up to go to an Oscar party. And we were coming up with different names for this new character. And my roommate was like, you look more like a loose stool. And we were like, Lucy's stool. So, that's where it came from 8 years ago. And I just kind of leaned into the whole filthy glamour and kind of ran with it. And here we are.
God, that's so funny.
I love that. I'm just thinking back to because how long had you remember when you were in the
Summertime
Realness video?
That was
long you've been doing drag then?
That was one of my first gigs. I was so fucking excited to do it. And I remember I had only actually been trying to do makeup probably for a month or so at that point. So when I was doing Estuary, it was my drag mother, who was this older white queen who used to kind of slap makeup on me and just put on raggedy clothes.
What color?
Oh God, it was not good. There's some pictures out there. I might have to send you one. But yeah, wait a second. I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, we were talking about the music video.
Oh, yeah. The Summertime Realness video. I had only been actually doing my own makeup for a month at that point. So I remember walking into that house that y'all had and seeing Shea Coulee in the bathroom doing her makeup. And I was like, oh my fucking God. There's real fucking drag queens here. Oh my God. I can't believe that I'm even on this set. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there because I had only been doing it for a month.
I love that you were talking about it like it's a set. We shot in the backyard at Kieran's house.
But
no one got paid. Everyone was on the putting their makeup on the floor.
Yep.
I was paying people with hot dogs and hamburgers. In which we got there, he said he had a grill, but he didn't have the cover for the grill, so we had to pull the oven rack out, lay it on top of the charcoal in the grill, and all the burgers kept falling through. But we had fun. That was a fun day.
So much fun. And it felt super fucking important to me.
Frank was there.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, that fucking fine ass.
Ooh, yeah, Frank could get it.
Damn.
Yeah, but that was many years ago.
That's so funny. Okay, so what was technically your first club gig as Lucy Stoole? Or what was the time period between
and how many coins did you make in tips?
What was the time period between Estuary and Lucy becoming a fully realized Lucy Stoole?
Okay, so I would say between ending Estuary and Lucy Stoole, actually being able to get on the stage and become a fully realized character, it probably was about 6 months. My drag really started because of my party Fabitat that used to be at the double door number 3 in the basement. These people approached us and were like, hey, you guys are weird and queer. Do you want to throw a party at this bar? And we were like, yeah, sure. So that's where my drag really started. So I kind of started on my own stage, as a matter of fact, which was the only stage I could actually get invited to. So that makes sense.
That's so crazy.
They approached you to have a party?
Yeah. Back in the day, I was friends with a lot of the people who worked there just because I used to go out and see shows and we hung out together. Mm-hmm. And every Sunday at our house, we used to have a brunch called Fabitat. That's what we called our apartment. And 10 to 20 people would come over every Sunday and we just make food for free and party and shit. And we were we should turn this into a real party. So Double Door opened the door for us. And that's how everything fucking began 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh. So at these brunches, were you making them the tater tots and the waffle iron?
I wish I was that advanced back then. Like, goddamn, no. We'd make like 4-star fucking meals for these people. We would like really show out.
That's delicious. One time I stayed at Lucy Stoole's house, destroyed her home, and she
Oh
made
my
me
God.
a delicious, it was like tater tots that she put in a waffle iron, and then she put
Yum.
like bacon and
Ooh.
chives.
It's
She
so
like
good.
went
Like a loaded
in.
baked potato, but in tater tot form in a
Yes.
waffle iron.
Yeah.
It's like the best breakfast.
It
It's
was
so fucking
good. And
Put
I
a
was
fried
hungover
egg
the
on
whole
top
time
and
I
call
was
me
there.
mama.
Baby, you crumble up bacon and a fried egg, sour cream, and like scallions. It is the jam.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
For all of us as chubbos, do you dance when you eat? Like, the moment I bite into
Yes.
something good,
Oh,
I
bitch.
immediately start grinding in the chair.
Are you kidding me? I'm always fucking like working my ass. I really am in the kitchen, especially that I live in Nome now, like literally throwing ass while like eating chicken all the time.
I know. So you've mentioned it. So now you are a single lady, a free agent,
I
throwing
am.
caution to the wind, and you drove. You got a dog and a car,
Yes.
and you said, "Let me just drive across this country."
I sure did. My ass, I got a car for my birthday at the end of July. And
Oh.
I just wanted to get out of town, period, just because everything was fucking whack. And I was watching my like relationship end and there was nowhere to fucking go. And I was like, I just need to get the fuck out of here. So I decided to drive from Chicago to LA. So my best friend flew out from LA and met me in Chicago. And we drove fucking cross country and just, yeah, it was so beautiful. And then I got to LA and literally spent the week in an Airbnb in Altadena by myself and drove back across the country by myself.
But I'm sure you were high as hell the whole time.
The whole
Getting that
fucking time,
good LA weed.
Diva. Girl,
Well,
all I
remember. Sorry, go ahead.
all I fucking did was like get high and cry. It was great.
Well, I remember, I think I saw you maybe on Scruff. And then, because I live kind of close to Altadena.
Y'all ever
And
fuck?
I was like, oh.
Oh.
No, we haven't had sex.
No,
I was
Big
like,
Dipper has been
oh.
dissing me for years.
What are you talking
For years, Meatball, for
This
years.
is the interview I
It's
want.
cool though. It's cool though.
You've
It's all
always
good.
been very kind and sweet to me, but I have only recently started to be interested in people remotely close to my age.
Oh, I know. I never took it to heart too much. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not in the age range. All right, well, I'll get there.
Like,
I'll get
I'm not
there.
50.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm convinced that Dipper only dates old dudes so that they won't come to the club and see him perform.
Oh, shit. What?
It's kind of like when I meet younger people who we have shared interests, oftentimes they are familiar with what I do, and it immediately makes me kind of uncomfortable. And I feel like I would only be comfortable dating someone if they were also a performer and had a public persona. Okay. Are we doing a matchmaking game here now?
Yeah.
Well, Lucy, how do you feel about that? Because you were dating someone who was not exactly in the nightlife scene, but was like
Supportive of.
He was
Yeah.
supportive of, and he was there at a lot of events.
Yeah, he was the photographer for a lot of
Yeah.
it, so he was around a lot. To be honest, other than that, he was like a stay-at-home like kind of person. He didn't really like go out unless he was like to be paid for it, and I kind of like that too. I like someone who's kind of removed from it.
Yeah.
I don't really want my man at the club with me every night.
Right,
Like-
because it feels like you don't need them to come to your job all the time. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And after a while, it just stops being like fun, and you're just like, girl, go somewhere else.
I will say Meatball's boyfriend is like supportive and gets it, but also does not care. And that is sort of like a really cool vibe.
Yeah.
Like he's not like fawning over the drag or like the access or the connections that Meatball has.
Yeah.
He's very much doing his own thing, but he gets it. And that feels like a really good match. So,
And
you
sometimes he gets it to the point where he used to go out to like Redline to Cornbread show when I had a performance at like Precinct. 'Cause he was like, he was like, I live with it. I see it all the time. I'm gonna go
He was
see
like,
something
I want to see
else.
Cornbread Buck.
Yeah, he was like, I want to see someone else do drag.
See, yeah.
I remember that night I was like, wait a minute, so you're still gonna go out just like not see me? It was such a confusing time for me.
Yeah, I love that shit. I'm like, yes, please, have your own life, go about it, live it, do your thing. We'll meet back up.
I am curious, like, in the age of social media, obviously you are like a public facing individual, but you know, when your relationship ended, you like made like a statement about it, for lack of a better word. Like, you know, like you were like, a lot of you know, but blah, blah, blah. And it feels like more than ever. Not, you know, obviously it wasn't to the extent of like people who are in relationships on their shared YouTube channel making like tearful breakup videos.
Our like breakup photo shoot.
You had, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. But you did like feel the need, and I felt like it was appropriate to announce to people who follow you on the internet, hey, this relationship is over. And like, so FYI, moving forward, it's not like the two of us together.
Yeah.
Don't I mean, that didn't feel like something that needed to happen like when we were in high school.
No, and I mean, like, I guess we had other ways that like we found out and told people about it then, but I guess just in this situation it was more so I wanted
like,
people
did
to
you
stop.
feel pressure?
Well, I only felt pressured in the sense I wanted people to stop asking about him and including his name and things, you know, and inviting us to come places, and just like, you know, the like constant like reminder of that, and having to tell the story over and over like 20 fucking times while I'm still going through it. I was like, can I just kind of skip all of that and just let all the girls know, hey, this is what's going on?
Right.
Like, that's that with that. I love that man. Like, still a good friend of mine, but like, just so y'all know. Yeah, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's like my business and it's our relationship, how it ended, and I'll keep a lot of stuff between us because that's how it should be. But yeah, well, I'm like out there as like a public figure, and my business is everywhere anyway. Like, I don't mind talking about it.
Yeah, that
How
makes
do you
sense.
deal with your business being everywhere? Because
when people start finding out information about me, I start getting real mad.
Yeah,
like, there's so many people with so much time and so much like,
and they just
bullshit.
know so. And like, I'm like, how did you figure out who my mom was? And like, why are you on her Facebook page?
Yeah, it's so odd. It's something I still can't really like wrap my mind around, and like, it's in my head, like I don't feel like I'm a fucking celebrity. I don't think anybody's like following or paying attention to me. Like, it's actually still how I feel in my head. So when I see shit like kind of pop off like that online or something, or even like when I go to a restaurant or I'm in the store and someone's like Lucy Stoole, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? I don't know. It's still really weird to me, but I don't know. I've always kind of been a person that just kind of kept my emotions on my sleeve and shit. And I'm always like saying exactly what I feel. So it's not that big of a deal. And I do still have like my separate personal life that's, you know, all me.
I feel like you have your separate personal life, and then there's like the drag queen life. And sometimes when you have like a partner, everyone like can't separate the two of them.
Exactly.
Well,
that's
sorry, I just started thinking. I was like,
I was going on, and I was like, I'm a
thinking,
completely different person. I'm like not Meatball, but I'm not Meatball, and like I forget that people only think of me as like a crazy drag queen.
Well, and it's funny. What's interesting about it is that like we all use stage names, right? And for everyone at home rolling your eyes, being like, we know you're not Beyonce and Kim Kardashian. We know that.
I know that, but tell that to the guy at Starbucks. You know, he doesn't know that.
Exactly.
We know we're not world famous, but we all use stage names, and we call each other by our stage names. But I feel like, especially, you know, like with the two of you, like I feel like there are genuine bonds and friendships here in which we would like get together and have dinner, and it not be a work thing or like do whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
And so then it gets really confusing because you're like, okay, like I know your real name, but like I never call you your real name, and like it would be awkward to say your real name because like I only know you from your other character and your work life. Like it does get kind of muddled.
It does.
And then I want to be like, I'm not the same person when we're at dinner as the Meatball that was sucking a dick backstage. That is someone else.
Wait, did y'all
need you to know that.
No.
Sister Dick? That's how you got sick?
Sister Dick will make you sick, honey.
That's
no, we
the
got
line.
high as shit.
What?
We got high as shit when I was staying with her.
Oh,
and
high
I
as
also
shit.
destroyed her house.
What's Meatball like? What's Meatball like as a house guest?
You
I
know
like
what?
to spread out.
She's very pleasant, except for like spilling a bottle of lash glue on your carpet.
And it was like black lash glue. And I just knocked it over and I watched it dump out, and I was like, "Oh, there's no coming back from that."
She
Like
was
I'm
like-
just buying her a new carpet.
She even sent me like a remover, girl. It's still there, but whatever. Fuck that carpet. Like,
I felt so bad because it was like the next day I was leaving and I was like, there's no way for me to clean this. So I bought like eyelash glue remover and like solvents and stuff and sent it to her.
Yeah.
And it was like, it didn't work.
No. But whatever, like, fuck it. We had such a good time. It was really
That was
good.
so
like,
fun.
You're like always welcome. And like now my drag room is like put together, and
Huge.
clean and presentable. Like I can actually have
You
people
do have
over again.
you have a really nice apartment too. It was so sweet staying there.
It's like even nicer now because it's like all mine. So
And
it's
there's
like you walk in.
there's a little puppy there.
There's a little puppy, Nelson. He's outside playing with his best friend right now.
Oh,
Aww.
that's
Yes.
so sweet.
She's
What
a
kind of
42.
puppy?
She's a 42-pound mastiff. And
Nelson's friend.
Yeah, and Nelson is a little Chihuahua mix, a little terrier Chihuahua.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Well, speaking
Let's
of
take
hair, let's take a break.
What were
and
you
then
going to say?
Well, I was
No,
going to ask about
you
being a
should be
bearded
the
queen,
wit.
but then we'll take a
Oh.
break.
Wait, say what you're saying?
After this break, we're going to ask about being a bearded queen in Chicago. Ooh, ah.
Okay, we are back.
And we are back. And I want to talk to you more about just your whole drag aesthetic because we haven't
Your
gotten into it.
aesthetic.
But it's very unique. Not a lot of, how do I say this without being rude?
Just be rude.
Yeah, just be rude.
You have figured out how to color and highlight your face and paint with bright colors on dark skin, which is not easy to do. And the way that you do it is so clean. Like, how long did it take you to learn to do that? And what tips would you have for dark people?
It took me, the 8 fucking years that I've like been doing drag. I felt that, especially when I started, because I kind of started out being a little bit more alternative and weird, like more Dragula versus like, RuPaul's Drag Race
She
was
did.
like kind of how it began.
Yeah.
No, the first drag number I performed was Rebel Girl by Bikini Kill. So like that tells you anything like how I kind of started out.
I love that song.
When I started out, there wasn't really, even though YouTube was a thing, there wasn't really a lot of like resources for Black girls and other people of color to really find out how to do the things I like wanted to do. I wanted to do like cool, crazy, like different color makeup and stuff like that. And all I had was like my little milquetoast white mama who didn't do anything but, be cute and 7 foot tall. So she was like, bitch, I don't know, like fucking figure it out. So a lot of it was like trial and error and figuring out like what works best for me and what works best for like my skin tone. And I tell you, to this day, one of my favorite things ever to use is Midnight Clown White. Like that has really great transformation properties and the way that it can, it's just like so fucking thick. It will just really give you the illusion of like making dark skin like white. I also like kind of like mix my own colors and stuff too if I need to like do that sometimes. But to me, it's really all just about like the blending and like what products you're using. So like I use the Midnight Clown White, and then I have a little knockoff Makeup Forever palette that I usually use to like for the different colors. And then I'm just in there with that fucking blending brush, just like stacking all the colors and going at it.
Ooh, yeah. I'll sit there and go back and forth between 2 colors. People will be like, you're wasting so much makeup. And I'm like, wasting? Honey, look at me.
Nope.
I'm
like, bitch, I am packing on more and more and more.
I was like, so what? It's expensive for me to get into drag. Isn't that the point of this?
Yes, honey.
Exactly.
I'm just sort of like, creeping on your Instagram right now as you're talking. And, it's so interesting. Like, I think a lot of people, there's like, there's a whole conversation around bearded queens. And that conversation is like just a closed-minded conversation mostly. People going like, how can you do drag with a beard on? It's like, well, you can do anything in drag, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But what I find fascinating is like a lot of people who are maybe making that like having that critical conversation are like, oh, but you know, like it's more feminine to not have a full beard of facial hair.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking at all these photos and it's so interesting the way that you paint. And, you know, you have a big beard, but you also have a lot of other real estate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sort of overshadow the feminine parts. You're presenting this really androgynous sort of vibe on your face, but when I just like look through photos of you in drag, like I still just see a woman.
Yeah. I kind of forget that you have a beard.
Well, and like,
because the
memory
way
of
you
your
paint.
Yeah. It draws so much attention to the eyes and like the perfectly sculpted nose. And then you're always in like a coiffed wig. Like it's always stunning.
you know, I like fucking love that. And a lot of that comes from me at first feeling like I had to like really, really make sure that everything was like so feminine because people were going to be so turned off by how inherently like masculine this like beard played out to be. But then I realized that like it's this beautiful feature of my face that goes with my drag. And to me, my point is to make you look at me and not even think of the beard, like you were saying. Like that makes me feel like I accomplished it because I just want you to see this beautiful fucking woman standing before you. And like, I'm like the glamour. There's sometimes I look at pictures of myself and I'm like, bitch, where? Like, bitch, where?
Also, your style is just so feminine. It's like almost a little burlesque inspired.
Yeah, and
there's
that's
like
a lot of like
gloves and corsets.
And that's like where a lot of my performances have like moved to like lately too. I get a lot of inspiration from that. I love like effortless glamour and being a gorgeous performer that ain't doing nothing but like taking off a glove and shaking her ass. Like that's very much, you know, and like so much more goes into it, you know, but like I draw influence from that because I'm like the way that they can hold the stage and create so much power with an act of like taking off a fucking glove. Like that's what I want to be. One day we'll get there.
I know no one ever thinks of themselves as like kind of a pioneer, but we were talking to Landon Sider about how his face has kind of become
the go-to face for a lot of drag
kings. It's like the blueprint of like how to contour their face. And I think that a lot of people, and I see it a lot more now, a lot of bearded queens, it seems like they're not stealing your face, but they're taking cues
they're
off
learning,
of like what
absolutely.
you're doing.
That's like so beautiful to me because when I started doing drag, like there was only a few girls that like I was kind of looking up to that way. The biggest one being what's her fucking name from San Francisco? Oh my God, her name is slipping. Grace. Grace was the girl I like looked up to when I started drag, and I was just like, she's so effortlessly beautiful. She's working with like the kink community in this way that like I would like to be included. Like she was like everything I fucking wanted. So I felt
Grace
like
is a stunner,
a stunner. I felt so heavily inspired by her, but it was also so important to me to make sure that like I had my own face and my own thing. So I think it's kind of cool. Like I see a lot of bearded girls. You know, I ain't trying to check nobody, but I see a lot of bearded girls, and I'm like,
I've seen a couple of your clown face. Like
I ain't trying to call nobody out, but there's a few of them that I'm like, okay, you've been on the Instagram, that's cute. But I think like, you know, when I think about being queer and in this community anyway, I feel like it's so important for us to be leading people and setting examples and kind of helping people in any way we can. So like, fuck yeah, that's cool as hell that people find inspiration from that.
Also, you were just talking about Grace being a part of the kink community. Yeah, I was about to say this. I feel like there's not a lot of cities where the drag and the kink really like overlaps. You know? Yeah. I think Chicago, LA, San Francisco are for sure. But you have a line of sex toys.
I sure do.
What made you decide to come out? And you did it you partnered with Dusty Balls, I think?
Yes, Dusty Balls. Yeah, one of the most badass drag kings in the world. They also own an amazing business called Tea Time Toys, where they hand pour all of this fucking amazing platinum grade silicone into whatever the fuck you could imagine. It actually started as a fucking joke. So much of my drag is shit that starts as a joke. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I'm going to run with this shit. But I was actually talking to Dan Poliak. You know Dan, Shay's partner. And he was like, you should have cock rings as, like, merch. And we were laughing about it. And then I was like, wait a second, I know somebody who can actually fucking do that. So it started as, like, a kind of cool merch idea and then turned into something I actually have gotten really, like, passionate about. I think that after drag, I don't know if there's really like an after drag for me. I think I'll kind of do it forever. But something that I'm focusing more on is sexual health and how I can be a part of that and help educate and just bring pleasure to a lot of people with this like platform that I have. So being able to create these sex toys and also price them at like a really great price range so that they're accessible to everybody, that people that, you know, a lot of people can afford like this kind of quality toy at that rate, was really important to me. So yeah, it's like kind of one of the coolest things that I feel like I've done in my drag career.
That's
now,
amazing.
how did you go about making that mold? Did you just get it hard and shove it into something?
Oh, okay. This is a story I don't think I've ever like told on somewhere before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
This is the story of a dick.
Yeah. So it was kind of a more awkward but hilarious experience. So Dusty had to actually make a mold of my erect penis. The way that they did it is she made a mold of my erect penis on me and applied it and kept like applying whatever they needed to over this like hour and a half long process while I had to just like fucking stay hard while Dusty like held my dick and applied shit to it. There was also help from Shimmy LaRue, who you'll remember from the town hall. Shimmy was also there to help with the applying of the plaster to my penis. And I also happened to have my good friend Degrassi Noel there to sit on my face the entire time to make sure I stayed erect through it. So it was.
Well, if any of our listeners are trying to make an erect mold penis, you can use Blue Chew, and it'll keep you nice and hard. But
Yeah,
I
was
mean,
gonna say,
Degrassi
did
Noel
you
works
pop a
too.
pill? But no, you just had an ass on your face.
You know, I also did a little Cialis that day just to
Okay.
like have some backup. But yeah, I was like, I need more than that.
I'm
This
just
is
trying to
gonna be
picture
awkward.
two people putting a mold on your dick while Degrassi is like pliing on your face.
Yeah, and everything was just so clinical and like, you know, we're doing this job about it. So literally he's just like squatted over my face and they're like talking about lunch while the two girls are just applying
It
plaster
needs
to like
to
my
be more
dick.
erotic than
Yeah,
that.
I would be like, okay,
Well,
have half of me in the room and half of me out.
Oh,
It's
very
in a
much
cat
like
door.
those like fucking half body glory holes that
Oh
are
yeah.
my
popping up
God, yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, those are awesome. But yeah, it was, I mean, the first 30 minutes was a little bit sexier, but the next, you know, hour or so, it was just like, can we get this over with? But
When the silicone or the whatever they used to make the mold, when that was on you, did that feel good? Like, was it warm and pleasurable? So therefore, that could help you stay hard. Or no?
Yeah, it wasn't uncomfortable. And yeah, it was a little bit warm. In fact, it got a little bit too warm at the end, but we made it through it. Everything
Burned your dick?
turned out okay
Burned your
with
dick?
it. But yeah, it wasn't an unpleasant experience. I think one of the funniest parts about it is Dusty is a lesbian, and Dusty was like, I have never touched an erect penis. Can I? And I was like, well, you're going to. She was like, I just need to also know like what this feels like. So she like
That is so
literally
crazy.
grabbed my dick and was like, oh wow, this is weird.
That is.
Well, that was an educational day for them too, because
It
now
was.
for their company, they know more about what a dick feels
And
like.
actually,
you
and
know-
yeah.
Landon, when they were on the show, said, I would love to be in a position, I want to touch a dick, I want to hold a dick, not in a sexual way, but in like a scientific way, and I wanted to feel like a hard dick. So next
Yeah.
time you need to do a mold, you should recruit Landon to help with it. Just for,
Landon's an old friend from back in the day too. Me and Landon used to do some shows together before everybody got so much more famous than me. But
Now let's name all the ones that got more famous.
oh my
There's-
God.
I'm just
what's
kidding.
that?
Name the ones that got more famous, she
Well,
said. Shea
listen,
Coulee.
I mean, literally everybody around me. If the funny, I was
Same.
looking at this the other day. We just celebrated the 4-year anniversary of Black Girl Magic, and at that time when the show started, only Dita had been on Drag Race, and so now I look at the 4 original girls, and it's like me, Shay, Dita, Vixen, and me just like standing off in the corner. I was like, okay, I'm not that girl yet. No, you know, that's not something I really like worry or like think about. But I think it's more fucking cool than ever because Chicago's fucking dope, and all my girls deserve every single ounce of that shine. Like these bitches been busting their ass forever in this frozen tundra to get there.
Girl, there's so much talent in Chicago. It's really incredible.
It's insane. People think of us as a second city, and I'm like, bitch, we're second to no one. Like,
correct.
we literally have our own thing going on in here, our own like little self-serving like city taking care of itself. So I love Chicago.
Do you
I
have
love
any
Chicago too. I almost moved there when I was like,
when you were gigging there a lot?
yeah, because I was like, this is better.
I would have loved that.
I would have died. I would have fucking died. Every time I go there, y'all always try to kill me. The Berlin bombs.
Oh,
where else did we go? We went to a $1 hamburger place, tried to kill me.
Oh yeah, Big Chicks.
Yeah, and then we went to Big Chicks.
Oh, I love
Did we
that
t-
night.
did
They
you-
still do $1
We went to Big
burgers.
Chicks,
Oh,
and
hell
there was some sort of
yes.
crazy party. Yeah, they still do.
Yeah.
And it's like $1 a beer with it.
And
And so I had like 3 burgers, and we were like, wow.
Big
We also
Chicks
took
is
you to Jackhammer, and you almost missed your flight, but then you remembered at the last moment.
I do remember that. I was like, oh shit. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I wish that I wish that when I lived in Chicago, I had really like been more confident to like go to parties and stuff. I used to get fucked up and I would drink. I used to go to Big Chicks on the bear night, but I would be so nervous to like talk to anybody or do anything. I did a fundraising show and like a
And you were
casting
probably so hot, and you were
Oh,
like,
so
ooh.
hot. So hot.
And do you know the only time I ever went to Jackhammer? I used to live behind Touche and Jackhammer.
Why didn't you just go in?
I was too scared. I was too
Oh,
nervous.
my
The
God.
only
Scared of what?
time I was just scared
Getting
of
cummed on?
my own. I think I was scared of my own sexuality. I was really nervous to interact with people. I wasn't really confident, and like that was even back when I was performing. I lived when I lived behind Touche and Jackhammer, I never went in those places. And now I'm like, both of them have back rooms. Now, if I lived in Chicago, girl, I would be a regular every weekend.
It's so sad to think about how long it'd be before we get to like stick our dicks
It's
in,
gonna
like,
be years.
random people's mouths.
Wait,
It's so
but Lucy,
sad.
did you ever feel that way about yourself? Because I know, I mean, I'm not trying to read you, but you had mentioned that you had gained weight and you're very confident in your body. Was there a time when you were gaining the weight that you were a little nervous?
To be quite honest, like, no. I've been like a fat person my entire life. So I kind of got over being shy or like weird about that. I went to college and I ended up losing 130 pounds. Like I was fat all up until high school. I left high school and I was like 279. Like close to like what I am like now. And then I ended up losing like 130 pounds in like college. And after that I kept the weight off for a while. But when it started to come back, I did not give one flying fuck.
You said people are going to see these titties.
They're going to see these fucking titties and they're going to love them because I am tired of putting them away and acting like I'm not so fucking hot. Like, bitch, I am fucking banging. And literally, these people's fucking boyfriends be in my DMs trying to get every single one of these 300 pounds on them. So, like, I am not pressed about it. I am not.
I would like to call this episode every single one of these 300 pounds.
In reference to all 3 of us.
Yep.
Correct.
These big old heifers.
Well, okay, so we mentioned Jackhammer, we mentioned Touche. It's time. We're nearing the end here, but we want to have our final segment, which is called Fuck Talk. And we don't need to talk a lot about Wicked because we've already recorded our episode for next week, which is 100% Wicked focus.
Oh,
so
my
we're not going to
God.
talk about that this week. But I want to hear a good fuck talk story because I know there have probably been some wild times with you, Miss Lucille.
A good fuck talk story?
Yeah, something wild,
Like
embarrassing.
something wild, something the freakiest thing you've ever done, and you were like, "Oh my God, is that me?"
I one time, to give you an example,
God.
I one time circled for parking, on Lakeshore Drive, or at Sheridan where you can't park, with those high rises on Lakeshore Drive. Circled for like 45 minutes, then went up into a man's apartment that was under construction, so it looked like a serial killer, like plastic tarps everywhere. He was watching porn. He asked me to fuck him. He had no lube. We used margarine. So that kind of a story.
Or like one time I was staying with you in Chicago and I left to go hook up with someone and it turned out that it was like a what was it? Like some sort of like meth den. And they were like, yeah, no. And it was just full of boxes. And they were like, yeah, we just moved in. And then later that night, they were like, we've been here for 3 years. And I was like, what's happening? Where am I?
Ooh, I know exactly who you're talking about too. There's like, I don't know, I guess there's a lot of fucking stories I could pull from like that. One of the first ones that comes to mind is like the first time somebody asked me to fart in their mouth. And like the thing
Shout out
about
to
it
Mother
is,
Teresa.
the thing about it is like back then I was like, no way. I mean, today I'd probably reconsider it and do it if I had to. But I'll never forget.
How much?
I'll never forget. Like it was like one of my first like one night stands after I had moved to Chicago 13 years ago. And I was sitting at the bar and just talking to this like hot dude, and we had like exchanged numbers. And then I was like, hey, do you need a ride home? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I like took him back to his house, and we were like making out and basically almost fucking in the car. And then he was like, just come into my apartment. I was like, yeah, okay, awesome. So we like go up there and we're like starting to get like freaky. And I'm one of those types that loves to like have my ass ate. So I was like, yeah, get back there. That's a part of your job, boy. So he's like going at it.
That's a part of your job.
He's like going at it, and I hear him like muffled talking, and then he's like, oh yeah, can you just fart in my mouth? And I'm like, what? And he's like, can you please just fucking fart in my mouth? I just want your ripe fucking farts in my mouth. And I was like, ripe fucking farts. I will never forget this moment. 13 fucking years later, I can still like see him in his apartment so fucking clearly. And I just remember like me at like 24, like instant like boner killer. And I was just like, I can't, and I need to go. And I like literally got up and got fucking dressed and left.
All because okay. I would have been like, I will not fart. But continue.
I mean, yeah, like exactly like today, but like me at 23.
You were young.
Oh, yeah, me at 23, I was like, oh my God, I can't even stay here. He wanted me to fart in his mouth.
I was just thinking, because all of my stories from when I was like 23 to 27 were me just leaving.
Yeah.
Anything would set me off, and I don't know what that was. I was like, oh, he wants me to fart in his mouth? He's a killer. He's the killer. I'm gonna die.
The same way, like, I was so, like, freshly out, too, because when I moved to Chicago, I still had a girlfriend, and I, like, got here and just kind of, like, really stepped into, like, my queer awakening. So there was so much shit that was just still so new to me. And I, like, having to fart in somebody's mouth, like, I was like, I can't. I have to leave now.
What will my girlfriend think of me?
Yeah, I have to leave now.
Oh no!
There's so many of them, but that was just the first one that came to mind. That was.
I love that.
I love that.
Do you ever get what? I'm curious about cruising in Chicago, because I'm just thinking back to Chicago.
Dipper here has to hang out a lot behind grocery stores.
Oh my
and
God.
He's like, maybe if I move, there's better places.
First of all, I'm moving very close to my current apartment, so it's going to be the same neighborhood. But
closer to a grocery store.
Closer to a parking lot. That's what you're saying. No, when I lived in Andersonville, on the walk from like the Foster Red Line train over to Clark, any one of those streets you could walk on. Like Andersonville is a very gay neighborhood.
Oh, it's so gay. It's like the new gay neighborhood.
And so I remember like walking home from the train one day, and this guy was like out walking his dogs in like gray sweatpants with like his massive dick bulging. And I remember being like, oh, and I like looked back a few times, and then like I think the next day I just like walked down, because it was only a few blocks from my house. I like walked down that way to like see if he was out there again, and he was. Ended up getting his number, and we ended up like fucking up in his house. And then I realized, I was like, oh, like he lives in a gay neighborhood. He does have to walk his dog. He literally like gets horned up, free balls, and walks around to advertise to just pull guys back up into his apartment.
That's so smart.
And I was like, you can cruise in your front lawn while you are doing your chores.
Being queer is amazing.
Isn't it such a gift? Everyone's always ready to go.
But let me tell you, when I went up to his apartment, he had one of those dog steps up to his bed for his little dog. I didn't like that.
No.
I didn't like that.
No.
You don't let your dog in bed with you?
No, he doesn't sleep in bed with me yet. I don't trust him yet like that.
You put him in his kennel.
Yeah, he loves his crate. He goes right in there.
Nah, he loves his crate.
That's his little house. He loves it. He loves his little house. Maybe one day when he gets older, but also I don't know how he's going to be like when I eventually start having sex again, because he's never been around that. So I'm like,
Oh, right. He'll just be the whole time. So thank you so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod and send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your fuck talk story to
213-536.
Oh.
9180. You can follow us on Instagram at Big Dipper Jelly and Spiciest Meatball, or on Twitter, I'm Fat Drag Meatball, and he is also still Big Dipper Jelly. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't ever miss an episode, which now come out every Tuesday and Friday. Lucy, where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me on pretty much every app, and especially Cash App and Venmo at Ty is Lucy Stoole, which is TYISLUCYSTOOLE.
Don't forget to tip the dolls so that they can buy more weed.
Oh, yes, honey.
Can you tell Dipper that it's time for him to start smoking weed again?
Dipper, you don't smoke weed.
He's sober.
One more year, it'll be 10 years completely sober.
Oh, fuck
But here's the
yes.
thing, people
No
say
weed,
that they're
no
sober.
booze, no
Okay.
cigarettes. What?
But you can still say that you're sober and smoke weed because it
No, I don't think it works
because
like
it
that.
comes from the ground. You can,
I think
because potato vodka comes from the ground.
Oh,
You
God.
can be sober.
Now, some people do have that definition, but I don't know if that.
Right. And it's about what people like. Listen, I could probably have done fine over this last decade drinking alcohol because alcohol was never my issue.
Zhuzh.
Weed was always my issue. But I was like, oh, if I'm going to be sober, then I just don't drink alcohol because then I don't have to pay for it. It's not expensive. And I never have to worry about driving.
Yeah.
And so that I've just been sober. God, when you knew me, Lucy, I was smoking cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Girl, I used to smoke
Did you
like
blow
a
rings?
pack a day.
Damn, I didn't know it was that bad.
I smoked
And what were they? Were they
Marlboro
Marlboro Reds?
Reds.
You had that thing where you would cough up just brown mucus, I'm sure of it.
I smoked Marlboro Reds. I smoked when I started smoking Marlboro 100s, Marlboro Lights 100s, I loved it because I was like, these are longer. They were like a longer cigarette, and I was
But
like,
they were
this
lighter.
lasts longer.
Oh my God.
I smoked Parliaments. I smoked Camel. I started smoking with Camel Lights. Then in college, I smoked Camel Wides, which
I
were
remember
thicker,
those.
bigger, harsher cigarettes.
Ooh.
And then right before, when I quit, I smoked American
Bigger,
Spirits.
harsher.
I smoked American Spirits to quit, but right before American Spirits, I spent like 6 months smoking Marlboro Reds. I was like, I'm just fucking going for it.
Damn.
I could feel them tearing my lungs apart.
Yeah, those things hurt to smoke.
Girl. All right. Well, Lucy, thanks so much for being on the
thanks for
show.
being
Check
here,
out
Liz.
Lucy's podcast, The Black Tea, and you spell black with a Q on that show?
Yes, we got it black with a Q over here. BLAQUE.
And yeah, support the dolls.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
What an end. Doodle-doo-doo, forever dog. To listen to Sloppy Seconds ad-free, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media.
M.O.M. Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Mixed and mastered by William Pitts.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Our artwork is drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.